Hi everyone, my name is Agnes Fries and I'm the creator of an online design tool called the Grid Designer. The Grid Designer is used to create color charts for multiple crafts that includes cross stitch, latch hook, crochet, knitting, corner to corner crochet, and basically any craft where you need to create a grid-based color chart. In this video, I'm going to show you how to digitize some simple images off of Pixabay. I'm going to do this in this particular video for knitting because in knitting you generally don't do a lot of really very detailed color work changes. You tend to make things that are fairly simple, things you can do with intarsia or something you can do with Fair Isle knitting. So we're going to do some simple pictures off of Pixabay, and I'm going to show you how to download free pictures from Pixabay that you could use in your own designs if you'd like. And I will show you how I'm going to digitize. We're going to do two different things. These are for the front of a children's sweater. So we're going to download a simple lion drawing and then also a simple cat drawing and use those in the editor to digitize and turn into a pattern. Pixabay is simple to get to. It's just pixabay.com, pixabay.com. And once you get in there, you can just put in the search bar anything that you want to search for. You can change the type of the search. You can pick up images which have all photos, vector graphics, and illustrations, or you can look at photographs. Here I've done a search for the word cat, and I've got photographs of cats. Illustrations will give me simple drawings and things of cats that I'm going to digitize. And you can pick other categories, sizes, colors, sort on various different things. So there's lots of things that you can look at here. The stuff up at the top is not free. So if you're looking for something free that you can download, there are pictures down below here. Look for the section that says, so many, this is 3,592 free images of cat. And so there's lots and lots and lots of stuff on here that it would be very interesting to turn into patterns and things. Now these are all submitted by people who are, trying to get their work known by other people. So it's good to make an attribution if you're going to put something on a website somewhere or something, and I'll be making an attribution to the two pictures that I'm using today. These are done by the username Petra, P-T-R-A, and Petra. And so let's see, these are, I'm going to be using this lion here, and then I'm going to be using a cat also. And I'm going to turn them into a little digitized pattern that I can use for knitting onto a children's sweater. Okay, so I have already downloaded these, and to download something, you simply click on the picture that you're interested in, click on the free download. If you're going to do some kind of digitization, either with the Grid Designer or another tool, you would want to download the PNG file here, version of that. And then it's also possible that you can donate. You can make a donation to the person that you're getting the picture from. So it's a very nice website. You can do all kinds of, get all kinds of pictures off of there. Okay, so let's start the Grid Designer. I've already downloaded the two pictures that I'm going to use today. So to start the Grid Designer, go to freezeworks.com, FREESE-WORKS.com, and click on the Grid Designer tab. Okay, that will open the Grid Designer for you. Today we're going to be creating a project from an image. So I'm going to click Project, Create from Image, and then I'm going to pick up my picture. These are all things that I've downloaded to play with from Pixabay. Here's my cat. Okay. Now I'm going to be using, in the sweater that I'm making, I'm using Bernat Baby Softy yarn. And I don't have a palette for that. So I'm going to just go ahead and pick one of my larger palettes, which is one of the embroidery floss palettes. I'm just going to pick the Anchor Stranded Cotton. This has 500 colors in it. You can digitize just about anything with that. So I'm just going to pick that particular palette. Okay, so that gives us a nice little digitized picture of this, but it's probably quite large, and the front of our sweater is going to be relatively small. So the next thing we want to do is define our units so we can size the picture so it'll fit on the front of the sweater. So let's click on Define Units. And now in this case, I'm picking knitting because it's a knitting project that I'm creating the pattern for. But you can do the same exact thing and go in and put cross stitch, latch hook, crochet, corner to corner crochet, etc. So I'm going to pick knitting. And then I have a gauge swatch that I worked out, which is 4 inches by 4 inches. And it is 28 rows and 21 stitches across. So let's do that. Save changes. Okay, so now once I put that information in, then the grid designer can figure out how wide in inches this picture is actually going to be. If it's 200 cells horizontally across, then it's going to be 38 inches wide, and that is way, 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 way too big. So what we need, I need something that is smaller than at least 58 rows. So I'm going to type in 58 here. And so long as the keep aspect ratio button is checked, as it is here, then when you change one number, it'll update the other number to match the aspect ratio. Okay, so it updated this to 56. So now it's 56 cells across and 58 cells up and down. 58 is my absolute maximum for the picture on the front of the sweater. And I notice this is going to go right up to the very top. So I'm thinking I want to make that a little smaller. Let's try 55. So now I've got 55 and 53. Okay, now I lost some of the definition. I had when it was a lots and lot when it was 200 cells across, then the whiskers were coming out really nicely and things like that. So as you make the picture smaller, you're going to lose some definition simply because you can't draw exactly what was in the original picture at that resolution. So, but we can fix some of these things up. And one of the things that's particularly nice about having the grid designer to do the digitization is that once you digitize the picture, then you can go and edit it. So you can make some corrections, and we can use the line tool to draw some whiskers on the picture when we're all done. So we can make those things all correct. Now there's 8 colors being used, and really there's like the green. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I see maybe 4 colors, maybe 5. So I'm going to change the maximum number of colors here to 5. And so now we're down to 5 colors used, and that'll be easier to edit when I get it out of this. Okay, so we've got 55. It's 55 by 53 now is what it's going to be. And we've reduced the colors down to 5. So I'm just going to say create project. Here's our cat. Now let's do some cleanup first of all. I'm going to work on the whiskers. We're going to work on the mouth and the whiskers and maybe these little patches in the ears here and maybe even the eyes. So first of all, when you're selecting colors, and we only have 5 colors that are really being used here, and those are the only 5 that we really want to work with. So when we go up here to pick our foreground color, if we click the box that says Show Used, then it will show only the colors that are currently in your picture, and that's really all we care about right now. We're going to edit those colors. And then what I'm going to do afterwards, after I've edited this and cleaned it up a little bit, then I'm going to do a general color substitution to put in the colors of yarn that I have that I would like to use for my picture and see how that looks. Okay, so Show Used will let us pick this more easily. And we can do the same thing in the background color when we're selecting a background color. So right now the gray is this kind of gray background here is selected as the foreground color and white is selected as the background color. Now if you are on an iPad or an iPhone, then if you want to draw something, you have to click on the draw button and use your finger then to select the cells on the screen. And if you wanted to erase something, that you'd have to click on the erase button to draw on the screen. So the draw tool, if you're on an iPhone or iPad, the draw tool will draw with the foreground color. The eraser will draw with the background color. But since I am on a desktop machine and I have a regular mouse with a left and right mouse button, then what I can do is I can use the left mouse button to draw with this foreground color and the right mouse button to draw with the background color. So I'm going to use that in order to draw different things here. So I can erase, if I pick my pencil here, I can right click here and that will draw white, which is the background color. And so that I can erase that. Actually, I maybe don't want to erase that. I think that one might be okay. This straight whisker might be just fine. On either side, that one looks just fine. But these ones that go out at an angle, I'm going to redraw those with the line tool. Okay, and then when I get into the cat's face here, I'm basically painting in that light gray color to kind of erase the whiskers there, do some cleanup. Oops. And again, I probably don't need to erase that straight one. We'll just erase like that. Now we need the purple color. So let's pick that. And I'll erase this other stuff here. And back over to the gray here, just to erase that. Okay, so now let's use the line tool to actually draw some new whiskers on the left and right side. We'll use the dark color for that. So say we'll go up like that. That's looks like it goes up 4. And we can go down 4 here. Kind of do the same thing on the top and the bottom. Okay, I like that. All right, let's go back to our pencil here. See if we can kind of clean up our mouth. So we've got, if I just color it all in here, it looks kind of like that. That might be okay. This looks a little thick to me in the middle, so I'm going to widen the nose one more row so that I can take out this middle part. Now, what I'm going to do, my major background color is going to be white, but while I'm drawing on this cat face here, I'm drawing the darker color on a background of this gray. So I'm going to change my background color for now to work with the gray. And then when I right click here, whoops, right click there, then I got that. I can now make kind of a center version where I can center the cat's mouth on that. Okay, the eyes look pretty much like that. I mean, it's a possibility that maybe that might look a little cuter like that, whatever you like, you know. But I would probably do it like that. Over here, there's a dark spot that's missing, maybe a dark spot that's missing down here. There looks like there's needs to be some green here. So let's go pick the green and clean that up. Okay. And then let's pick the purple again and maybe shade in the cat's ears a little bit more. Something like that. Okay, so that looks pretty cute. All right. So I might want to do a save of this at this time. So let's do a save and let's say my cat. Save project. Okay, so now what I want to do is I digitized this, and these are the colors that are in the original picture, but I have different yarn, and I want to make this cat blue because I had white and blue yarn. I had white and 3 shades of blue. So I'm going to do some color substitution here to change these colors. So if I clicked on, sorry, let me show you again. I click on this button here, which is the substitute colors button. And that brings up this substitute colors dialog with our picture on it. So we've got a little mini picture here. Now, as I move the mouse over the top of this, you can see that down here below, it's telling me the color that I'm over. So it's showing me different colors depending upon where I'm at. Now, if I actually click on one of these colors, like say I click on this, right now it's using black for that. If I click on that, then it will go to that color in the list of colors down here, because there's a list of all the colors that are in this particular drawing, and this will now allow us to substitute other colors for the colors that are in here. So I can click to go where I want. If I click on the green, it shows me the green. If I click on the dark blue, or the black in this case, then I want to substitute a dark blue in here, which won't look too much different in the overall picture, but I have a dark blue. So maybe something like that. Okay. And now let's click on this kind of medium purpley blue thingy here. And let me pick kind of a medium color, because I've got like a medium color blue that, goes in there. That looks pretty good. And now let's click on the lighter color here. And I have a light blue for that. So I'm going to go pick my light blue for that. And so now I've made all these color substitutions here. Now to just get that into my regular picture, then I just say convert pattern. Okay, and now my regular picture has been changed, and it is that. So let's go and say save. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, up here, you can tell whether your picture needs to be saved or not. Here's the name of your picture. If it has an asterisk here, then that means that your picture needs to be saved. Now watch as I save this, that asterisk will go away. So I say save, and now it's not there anymore. Okay, if I want to see the general information also, I can click this. I can get information about what I'm doing here, and then I can close that. Okay. All right, so that is that's our cat. Okay, and I have saved it. It's all tucked away. So let's go ahead and make another project from the lion. Create from image. Select image. And I have downloaded the lion in here somewhere. Where is he? There he is. Okay. All right. And since we're trying to make this kind of the same size, since we just did the other one, our sizing information is already in here, including our rows and our row number that we had put in. So that's the first thing to check, is that this is what you want it to be. Okay, let's see if we can get a little better colors in here. It's picking up a green right now for this kind of light yellow that's in here. So let's see if we can't make that come out better. So I improved the brightness. That didn't seem to help. And then what I did was I just reduced the green color, and that seemed to have gotten rid of that. Okay, so and we've got kind of all the parts differentiated. So I'm going to just go ahead and say that's good. We've got 5 colors. Okay, and let's say create project. Okay, so here we go. First thing that I notice is that the mouth on here is not really very noticeable. So I'm going to pick the darker color, and I think I'm going to do the mouth in the darker color. So I'm just clicking quickly over what it had there. Now there were also some kind of speckles here, kind of where the whiskers would come out on the lion. And in this small of a lion, I think that we're just going to get rid of those. So I'm going to pick this light yellow here and just fill those in. Okay. And then we can also make some small corrections in anything, like there's a little bit of a gap there that happened. I think maybe the little more roundness to the ears there might be a good thing. We could use the lighter yellow color maybe to make some alternate color in the tail here. Okay, something like that. Maybe round out the tail just a little bit on the end over here, something like that. And again, we can paint. White is my background color, so I'm going to use white to erase that edge down there. Okay, so, now it depends upon your color scheme, what you want here. But I, for one, think this light yellow doesn't really show up well against this other color. So I wonder if we can make that look better. Let's go ahead and save our project. We'll just call this My Lion and save it. And then we'll go over here with the color substituter. Let's see if we can't put something else in here. Let's pick the closest checkbox. That kind of gives us a set of things that are close. That I like better. Oh, that's immediately better. Yeah, it's not light, but it's kind of in between. It's kind of in between that. Now, I don't currently have the yarn that I would need, to work on this sweater, and I could take this and try and convert it into blues. I could use the color substituter to do that, but I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. I might make a change to the eyes here just to make them little pluses like that. I think that looks nicer. And I wonder if we can make this look a little smilier. Now, again, I can set the background color to this other orange. So it goes like that. I think that looks a little smilier. Maybe fill that in there. And actually maybe add a little bit to the sides here. There. Yeah, I think that looks nice. So, so anyway, this is just to show you how simple it is to create something from, create a digitized pattern from, some simple picture, like you could download off the internet. You could also draw your own picture and upload it to the grid designer and do a digitization off of that. So anyway, so both of these things are going to be shared in a blog post. Writing a blog post at the moment while I'm recording this. And when I post this video, I'll be posting the blog also. And so you'll be able to find the blog post for knitting the sweater down below. I'll put the link to it in the description for this video in YouTube. So if while you're watching this video, if you scroll down to the description, you should be able to get to the link for the blog. The sweater that I made actually has an elephant on it, something that I drew myself. And there is another YouTube video showing how I drew that elephant. Something I just very simply drew on my own. And I just wanted to provide some alternate patterns for the front of the sweater in case you were not into elephants. Maybe you'd prefer something else. And also show you how you can go in and digitize a simple picture like this to make your own pattern. So you could put whatever you want on the front of your sweater. All right, thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, you can also follow my Facebook account. I put posts on there. Just look for Agnes Freese, AGNES FREESE on Facebook, and there's also a link up here that will take you to my Facebook page. And if you follow my Facebook page, I will post all new videos, all new blogs, links to all of those things. Anything that I post online, I will put it on my Facebook page, so that will come directly to your feed then if you're following my Facebook page, and you'll be updated on everything that I'm doing with the Grid Designer. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and happy designing. Bye-bye.